to another episode of Constant Science. I'm Don from Explosions Incorporated. So, holy crap, who's been following the New Horizons mission? I said the next video would be about that, and it's going to be a quick one today. Just 5 basic cool things that we have learned about Pluto, because when New Horizons got there, we figured out that everything we thought we knew about Pluto was wrong. Pretty much. We knew it was small and round and had some moons. That's about it. That's still true. But other than that, when New Horizons made its flyby at about 12,500 kilometers or 7,800 miles or so, it revealed all sorts of amazing new stuff that, like I always say, science is the process of getting less wrong about the universe. And boy, were we wrong about Pluto, and now we're a little less wrong. And this is really good science too, because it did that other thing that great science does. It created more questions than it answered that just require more research, and we're going to learn even more new things. Okay, so 5 cool things that we learned about Pluto thanks to New Horizons. 1, Pluto is geologically active, and we have no idea why. We figured it was just a frozen dead ball of rock and ice. It has ice mountains, which means that its surface is young. It's resurfacing itself and covering up the craters, much like what happens here on Earth. It removes the evidence of the impact of the craters, and we really have no idea why. We didn't think it would be warm enough out there. We figured it would have started off with radioactive material in its center like all the other planets did, and that keeps them warm and geologically active, but it would probably be gone by now. It can't be tidal forces like on the Galilean moons of Jupiter, because even though it does have a relatively large moon in Charon, it's not that big. So maybe it had extra radioactive material, or maybe it's just better at using the heat that it had from the beginning of the solar system. We don't know, but hopefully someday we'll figure it out. It has flowing ice. Look at this picture. These are basically glaciers, except it's not water ice, it's nitrogen ice, but they are flowing across the surface of Pluto very similarly to the way glaciers flow here on Earth. Pluto has a tail made of plasma. Now, it's not the only planet that has a plasma tail. We've also seen them around Venus and Mars. It's part of the planetary body interacting with the solar wind, the constant torrent of charged particles slamming into it coming out from the sun. The solar wind peels off the atmosphere of Pluto, leaving it behind Pluto in a tail of plasma. Pluto's largest moon, Charon, or Charon, apart from having name issues like an Archer character, we also know has a really mysterious feature on it. The scientists are calling it a mountain in a moat. It's a giant rock inside a crater, and we don't know how that happened. We have no idea how that got there. And finally, New Horizons has cemented Pluto's place at the top of the weight class of Kuiper Belt objects. For a while there was a question, is it actually smaller than Eris? Is Eris slightly larger to top it off as the biggest Kuiper Belt object, the largest dwarf planet? But now we know that Pluto is in fact bigger than Eris. Pluto, it turns out, is about 1,500 miles, 2,370 kilometers in diameter, whereas Eris is 2,336 kilometers with plus or minus 12 kilometers of error given our current measurement techniques, which means that even at its biggest, it's still smaller than Pluto. So congratulations, Pluto, you're number 1 at being the biggest of the small things. And now New Horizons is past. It's done its flyby, it's off into the rest of the Kuiper Belt to hopefully not ram into something and explode, but instead get close enough that we could actually explore more of this mysterious far-out region of the solar system. And it gave us a really, really gorgeous parting shot of Pluto. It reminds me of this shot of Saturn taken by the Cassini probe. So there you have it. 5 cool things that we learned about Pluto. And that's just the very, very beginning. This seems like a lot, if you've been keeping up on this, a lot of information, a lot of really great pictures have come out, but it's only the tiniest fraction of the data that New Horizons actually collected on its flyby. Because of the distances involved, the speed of the data transfer, and just how much data there is. We're not actually going to have the entire data set until the end of 2016, so look forward to more really cool stuff from the New Horizons probe. Thanks everybody, thanks for watching. This has been Constant Science. I'm Don with Explosions Incorporated. 'Cause I'm a man of constant science. Man of constant science. Man of constant science. Watch me do my show. Well everyone, thanks for watching this video. We've got more videos you can check out. Just click here in this video right here, and always remember to like us, subscribe to the page if you want, and you can follow us on Facebook and Twitter.